So the rectum, this one here you can see, that is the rectum. So it is the distal part of the alimentary canal, and it is placed between the sigmoid colon above and the anal canal below. Okay, so the rectum, it is the part of the large intestine. Superiorly it is connected with the sigmoid colon, and inferiorly it is connected with that the anal canal. So rectum in the man or in the human being, it is not straight, but it is curved, that is the antero-posteriorly, this one, and also side to side shows it curveness. Okay. Then the cardinal features of the intestine, that is the circulation, the appendicular epiploicy and the tinea coli, these are totally absent in relation with that the rectum. So here, so first we should have to see that is the location of the rectum. So rectum, it should be located, or it should be situated in the posterior part of the lesser pelvis. So here you can see that is the lesser pelvis, this one, and it should be present posterior to that the lesser pelvis, in front of the lower three piece of the sacrum. So here you can see that is the S3, S4 and S5. So that is the lower three piece of the sacrum and the coccyx. So it begins in the, so this rectum, it begins at the continuation of the sigmoid colon at the level of S3 vertebra, means sacral third vertebra, and the rectosigmoid portion by the lower end of the sigmoid mesocolon, this one. The rectum, that is end by here, becoming the continuation of the anal canal, and the junction of that is called the anorectal junction. So here you can see the anorectal junction, this one, that line denotes. The junction is 2 to 3 centimeter in front of and little below to the tip of coccyx. So this anorectal junction, that should be present at the 2 to 3 centimeter in front of the tip of coccyx. Okay. Then in the male, the junction correspond to the apex of the prostate. So here you can see that the prostate gland is present. So this anorectal junction, it denotes the apex of the prostate. Okay. Then the measurement of the rectum. So the length of the rectum, it is near about 5 inch or the 12 centimeter in length. And in the upper part, it is same diameter like the sigmoid colon, that is the 4 centimeter. But in the lower part, it should be forming that the dilatation here. So this dilatation form, that is called the rectal ampulla. In the another diagram, you can clearly see that is the rectal ampulla. So here in this diagram, you can see that the dilated part. So this one. So this is called the rectal ampulla. Then we should have to see that is the course and the direction or the curvature. So here in this diagram you can see that is the course. So in its course, the rectum runs downwards and then backwards. So here you can see, and then downwards, and finally it should be forwards. So it goes downwards, then backwards, then forwards, in this way. And it begins and end of the rectum lie in the median plane, but it shows the two types of curvature. So whenever you can see anterior side, it shows that is present on the median side, but it shows that is the two curvatures. So first, that is the antero-posterior curvature. So the anterior-posterior curvature, so this one. So it is a sacral flexure of the rectum follow the concavity of the sacrum. So here in this diagram you can see that is the sacrum, it is concave, and because of the concavity, that rectum follows that the concavity of the sacrum and the coccyx. Okay? The perineal flexure of the rectum is backward and behind the anorectal junction. So this one. Then the three lateral curvatures. So here you can see this is the lateral curvature. This is the right side, this is the left side, and again on the right side. So in the upper side, it should the lateral curvature here. Then in the middle, it shows the lateral curvature on the left side. So first upper curvature that is present, lateral curvature into that the right side, and the middle curvature that should be turned on the left side, and the lower side it should be shows that the lateral curvature again on the right side. So in this way, that is the three curvatures are present. Then we should have to see that is the relations of the rectum. So for this again we should have to see this diagram. So first that is the peritoneal relations. Okay. Then in the upper 1/3 part of that is the rectum in this region. Okay. It is covered by the peritoneal fold here in front and on the two sides. Okay. So anteriorly that should be covered by that is the peritoneal fold, and laterally that is also covered by the peritoneal fold. So in this diagram you can see in the lateral side it is also covered by the peritoneal fold, and anteriorly that is also covered by the peritoneal folds. Okay. Then in the middle part, this one, this is the middle part. Okay. So in the middle part only 1/3 is covered by the front. Okay. So this only in the middle part, that is the only anterior side that is covered by the peritoneal membrane, and the lower 1/3 part, this one, that is the divide of the peritoneum. Okay. And it lies to the rectovesical pouch in the male and the rectouterine pouch in the female. So here you can see that is the rectovesical pouch, that is the male pelvis, and in the male only that is the rectum and the urinary bladder that should be present, and between this that is the double fold of the peritoneum that should be present. So that is called the rectovesical pouch. And instead of it in the female, here that is the uterus is present. So between the rectum and the uterus that the double fold of the peritoneum is present, that is called the rectouterine pouch, or that is also called the pouch of Douglas. Okay. Then the distance between the anus and the flexion floor of the pouch, this one, that is the anus and that is the floor of the pouch, that is near about 7.5 centimeter in male. Okay. So male in this that is the 7.5, but in the female it should be forming the 5.5 centimeter. Okay. After then we should have to see that is the visceral relations. So in the visceral relations, anteriorly, firstly we should have to see the anterior relations in the male. So upper 2/3 part of the rectum are related to the rectovesical pouch with the coils of intestine and the sigmoid colon. So here that is the coils of intestine and the sigmoid colon is present, and the lower 1/3 part of the rectum, it is related to the base of the urinary bladder. So here you can see that is the base of the urinary bladder. The terminal part of the ureter, here that is the ureter that should be enters the seminal vesicle. So here you can see that is the seminal vesicle, and the different vasa, different duct, and the prostate gland. So here you can see that is the vasa different, this is the seminal vesicle, and this is the prostate gland. Then now we should have to see that is the anterior relations in the female. So in the female, that is the upper 2/3 part that is of the rectum are related to the rectouterine pouch. So instead of the rectovesical pouch in the female, that is the rectouterine pouch is present. Okay. Then with this that is consist of the coils of intestine and the sigmoid colon. Okay. Then the pouch separate the rectum from the uterus and forms the upper part of the vagina. Then the lower 1/3 part of the rectum that is related to the lower part of the vagina. Okay. Then the posterior relations. So posterior relations in the male and the female, these are the same. That is posteriorly it is related with the lower 3 piece of the sacrum. So here you can see S3, S4 and S5. Okay. And the coccyx and the anococcygeal ligament. So here you can see that is the green color ligament that is called the anococcygeal ligament. ठीक है. Then the piriformis muscle, the coccygeus and the levator ani muscles. So these are also related with the lower 1/3 part of that is the rectum. ठीक है. Then in the medial sacral and superior rectal and the lower sacral vessels. ठीक है. Apart from this, that is the sympathetic chain with the ganglion improper and anterior primary rami of S3, S4 and S5, and the pelvic splanchnic nerve, the lymph nodes and the lymphatics are present, and also with the fats. So for this again we should have to see that is this diagram. So in this diagram you can see that is the lateral relations of that is the rectum. So here you can see that is the sympathetic chain, that is the median sacral artery, then that is the nerves, that is the S3, S4 and S5 spinal nerves, then that is the sympathetic trunk, this is the piriformis muscle, that is the lateral sacral arteries. ठीक है. So these are the lateral relations of the rectum. After then we should have to see that is the mucosal folds of the rectum. ठीक है. So for this again we should have to see the another diagram. So here in this diagram you can see that is the lateral relations of the rectum. So here you can see that is the median sacral vessel, the superior rectal artery, that is the lower 3 piece of the sacrum, the ganglionic chain proper, the coccyx, here that is the sympathetic chain laterally, that is the lateral sacral vessel, this one, this is the piriformis muscle, then the pelvic splanchnic nerve, that is the coccygeus muscle, and this is the levator ani muscle and the coccygeal nerve. So here that is the lateral relations of the rectum. After then we should have to see that is the structure of the rectum. So structure of the rectum that includes the mucosal folds. So here in this diagram you can see that is the mucosal folds. So that is the mucous membrane of the empty rectum shows that is the two types of folds, that is the longitudinal fold and the transverse fold. So the longitudinal folds which are vertically present, ठीक है, and these are the temporary fold, and during the empty rectum that is the folds are prominently seen, and whenever that is the rectum is full with the feces, so these folds they are disappear, that is due to dilatation of that is the rectum. ठीक है. Then the transverse fold or that is called the horizontal fold. So here you can see first, this is second, and this is the third. ठीक है. So that is the transverse or the horizontal folds of the rectum, it is called the Houston walls, and these are the permanent fold and most marked when that is the rectum is distended. ठीक है. So upper fold it lies near the upper end of the rectum and projects in the right or the left of the rectum. So sometimes it may be right side or that may be on the left side. Then the middle fold, it is the largest and most constant and lies at the upper end of the rectal ampulla. ठीक है. And projects from the